would say one of the greatest discoveries in the Christian life is the discovery of how important honor is. Honor is hard to find. We have a tendency, my friends, even though we're Christians, we have a tendency to cap on each other, to make fun of each other, that it's a part of friendship. We don't want to be vulnerable. We don't want to say nice things. And yet, honor is such an important part of what life is. I think it's Matthew 13 that Jesus, they talk about him, and in his own hometown, he had no honor. And because of that, he could not work any miracles. There was a cap that was placed on the ability, even of Christ himself, without honor. And there is such a phenomenal thing that can happen when we begin to discover the fact that I don't know if there's anything more that we can do than to honor our children, honor our wife, honor our friendships. This was a great discovery that changed my life probably about 15 years ago. I had spent most of my Christian life working hard and trying to do as much as I could, had kind of had a works mentality. And then I began to understand this whole thing of honor. I mean, it's an honor that the world doesn't see. We're not radiating light, most of us, but there's something that God has put upon us as calling us his children, that there is so much honor that has been bestowed upon us. But I think the most powerful thing is when we release it in those around us. I have a friend that's a pastor. He pastored a large church in Texas. And because of the seasons of life, he found himself in a situation where he was attending off and on a church in Texas, and he was going around helping other churches. And when he was off, he'd go to this church, and he found out that this church had been a dying church, and it had been doing nothing. He asked the pastor what changed, and it was a preacher that came and preached a sermon on honor your pastor. And the crazy thing is, when the guy came to church the next time, they had a little sign up, pastor's parking, and I think they voted him a $50 raise. And he started to pray in a way that he'd never done before, and the more he prayed, the more honor they gave him, and the greater it became, and they developed this culture of honor. Try it this week. Tell someone, amen, something kind, something fulfilling, something rewarding. Call somebody that has helped you and speak a word of encouragement and honor in their life.